Hey guys, I'm going to show you a couple examples from your math page for today. It's going to be the adding mixed numbers with unlike denominators. Okay, I'll do maybe the first maybe two or three with you, and then I want you to try to work on your own. And of course, I'll be here to help you if you need me to do any with you. I can video chat, we can text on Google Hangout, just let me know. All right. Oh, gotta get my marker open. Ah! Okay. Okay, so the first fraction there is 3 1/4 plus 3 5/8. So you'll notice this one's different than yesterday's. This one's going horizontal, so long ways instead of up and down. It's the same thing, okay? We're going to find a common denominator, and then we're going to be able to add. All right, so I've got my 4 and my 8 as denominators, and I need to find a common denominator. So I know that 4 can go into 8, so 8 can be our common denominator. This fraction does not have to get changed, okay? But we are going to change this one. So in order to get 4 to 8, I'm going to multiply by 2 on the bottom, by 2 on the top. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these down so I can have my new fractions and then be able to add them up. So then I've got 3, okay, because the whole number doesn't change. 1 times 2 is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. So I've got 3 2/8 plus, I'm just going to bring this whole thing down because I didn't have to change this. Okay, plus 3 5/8. And that answer is going to be 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus 5 is 7/8. Okay, makes sense? Take a look at it. All right. We're going to do number 2. I'm using my sleeve just like in class. I forgot to bring an eraser home. Okay, so the second one is going to be 9 9/10. And follow along. It's this paper right here. Okay, just follow along. 9 9/10 plus 2 3/5. All right. Now, I'm looking at my denominators again, and I see that I have one with a 10 and one with a 5. They're not the same, so I need to make them the same. So what I'm going to do is find a common denominator for 10 and 5, and that will be 10. Don't have to change this one, only this one because this is already at 10. Times 2 on the bottom, times 2 on the top. All right, let's bring them down to make my new problem. So I've got 9 9/10 plus 2 6/10. Okay, take a look at that. All right, now I'm going to add it up. I've got 9 plus 2, which is going to be 11. And then I've got 9 plus 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. So it's going to be 15/10. Now, you'll notice that this is my answer right here, but it's not necessarily the final answer because what do you see about this fraction? This fraction is improper, right? The numerator is bigger than the denominator. So this is okay. This is still correct, but it's not the best that we can do. We really need to make sure that we make our fraction into a proper fraction, and that way it's easy to read, because you wouldn't say, oh, something is 11 15/10. Okay, so remember, in order to do that, we do our dividing or our backflip, okay, and we want to see how many times 10 can go into 15. Well, it can only go in one time, all right? So I'll bring that down right here. So it's going to go in one time. 15 minus 10 is 5/10. Now I've got 1 5/10, but don't forget, I still had this whole number. So I need to add that whole number to this one, and that's going to be 11 plus 1 is 12. and 5/10. Okay? Do you remember that from class? So there's that one extra step that you have to do when you are adding fractions or mixed numbers, because sometimes you will get an improper fraction that you have to fix. All right, I'm going to go on to number 3. This one's a little tricky, so I'm going to do this one with you, and I think that you'll get the hang of it. But again, if you don't, guys, I'm here for you. Just let me know. Okay. All right, let's try number 3. And I want you to be following along on your paper too. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. And you can even be solving it on your paper as I'm doing it here. That might make it a little easier. Whoops, I just drew on the Chromebook. Okay, ready? So number 3 says 3 and 5/11, okay, plus 7 and 2/3. Those denominators are different. I know I need to make them the same, but I have to think about my multiples of 11 and 3 because I know 11 doesn't go into 3 and 3 doesn't go into 11. So I'm going to have to actually think and change both of those denominators. Now, do you remember I talked to you about the quick common denominator? It doesn't work always because the number might be too big sometimes. But in this case, it's going to work. So to find the quick common denominator, you're going to multiply 11 and 3. And that's going to give me 33. Okay? So my common denominator is going to be 33. In order to get from 11 to 33, I need to multiply by 3 on the bottom and the top. And then this one I'm going to multiply by 11. So you're just kind of cross multiply, like, 11 times 3 here, 3 times 11 there. Okay? I'm going to bring these down. I'm going to write my new fractions. So now I've got 3 and 15/33, okay, plus 7 and 22/33. Those numbers are pretty big, but it's fine. It's just normal adding. All right? If you don't know this, just write it on a separate piece of paper and do 15 plus 22. Okay? 15 plus 22 is actually going to give you 37. So first I want to add up my whole numbers. 3 plus 7 is going to be 10. Okay? And then 15 plus 22 is 37. And that's going to be 37/33. So look at this fraction again. This fraction is improper. So remember what we did with the last problem. We have to convert this to a proper fraction. So you're going to look at your 37/33 and you're going to think, how many times can 33 go into 37? 1 time. Okay? And then 37 minus 33, it's going to be 4. So your new fraction is going to be 1 and 4/33. But don't forget that we had this whole number right here. You have to add that on to this new one. So once I do that, 10 plus 1 is 11. You've got your new fraction there, which is 4/33. So your answer to number 3 would be 11 and 4/33. Okay, try the next few on your own, and if you need help, just message me and we'll set up a video chat, or I can talk to you through Google Hangout. All right, good luck.